I have been working in the pet industry for almost 20 years now. We have been rescuing pets for longer than that. This is our chocolate lab, Sadie. She is one of 3 dogs that we currently have. We are always fostering, adopting, rescuing different dogs, and over the years we have had we fostered a few mothers to be. So I often get asked by friends and family looking for advice because we have had experience with multiple litters and multiple mothers and on all different stages of pregnancy. So I get asked about advice about canine pregnancy often. Now, I'm certainly not a veterinarian and I can't give a lot of advice on the specifics. I have made a video guide that you can check out on how to tell if your dog is pregnant. And the second most popular question I get is how long are dogs pregnant? So the quick and easy answer, dogs are pregnant for 58 to 65 days. So it's not nearly as long as a human pregnancy, but it's still, not a whole lot of time if you're trying to prepare for a litter of puppies. You want to make sure that, if you're a breeder, you probably have done a lot of research, and that's great. If you're not, if this is an accident, if this is your first litter, you definitely need to do your research and educate yourself, but also reach out to your veterinarian as soon as possible. Just like with humans, there's proper prenatal care that has to happen in order to ensure that the mother dog, as well as all of the puppies, are safe and healthy during the pregnancy, during the birth, and after. So 50 to 65 days with 63 days, which is 9 weeks, is the average canine gestation period. And you might be wondering why there's such a range there from 53 to 65 days. And that's because just like with humans, there's a variety of factors that can affect how long your dog will carry their puppy. The biggest factor being the size of the litter, which I think is important to discuss. Mothers with smaller litters tend to carry a little bit longer. There's more room in the uterus for the puppies to grow, so they carry a little bit longer. Mothers having more puppies, obviously the more puppies, the less space in the uterus, and therefore, as space runs out, that triggers labor. So dogs that are having more puppies, a larger litter, are going to carry a little bit shorter amount of time. Breed also plays a big part in how long your dog is going to be pregnant. Smaller breeds tend to carry longer than larger breeds, but there are obviously always exceptions to any rule. So just because you have a small breed dog doesn't mean that you're going to get, close to that 65 days. You could still be somewhere around the 53 or 55 days. So you really should be prepared once you start hitting that 53-day mark. You should be prepared for the puppies to come anytime, no matter what size your dog is. One of the most interesting things I've learned about canine pregnancy is that the gestation period in a dog is very similar to other female dogs in their family. So if, for example, you're a breeder, if you got your dog from a breeder, if you know who the mother is, if you know who the grandmother is, you can ask how long their gestation period was, and it's almost down to the day the same for dogs who are genetically related. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It's one of those things that you would think genetics would really play much of a part in, but that was definitely an interesting fact for me. As I mentioned, it's really, really important to talk to your veterinarian and seek that proper prenatal care for your dog to ensure the health of the puppies as well as the health of the mother. One of the things that your veterinarian may recommend is an ultrasound, just like in humans. This is a non-invasive, it's not a painful procedure. Your dog's awake the whole time. That will have a probe attached to the ultrasound machine that will fit around the abdomen of your dog, and they will not only be able to give you a very accurate due date, but also be able to tell you how many puppies to be expecting. This can be especially helpful if you're going to be finding new homes for the puppies, and it can be especially helpful in planning for those puppies, the size of the whelping box that you're going to need, and going down the line, it can help you plan for costs associated with all those first vet visits, first shots, and the food that you'll need to provide for the puppies before they're bringing them to their farm or home.